This video's information is being provided for informational, educational, and general interest purposes only. The information in this video is not intended to shock, enrage, or otherwise provoke the viewer. The sole purpose of this video was to raise awareness of true crime-related events.
Good morning. This is the Louisiana Committee on Parole that's meeting this morning. We're in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The time is 8:59. It could be 9 o'clock in the morning on January the 6th of 2025. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We'll be the board that'll be hearing revocations this morning. We're in Baton Rouge at the Department of Corrections headquarters. Staff, would you introduce yourselves here?
Jim Cavalier.
Okay.
Francis Avenue.
Okay, thank y'all. We appreciate that. And we're talking, our first case will be in Concordia Correctional Center. Is Concordia, is anybody in the staff there from Concordia?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Would the staff, the deputies introduce yourselves in Concordia?
Say Sergeant Peck. Sergeant Peck. They want y'all to introduce yourself.
They want to see you on the screen. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate that. And let's see, we're talking to Mr. Curtis Scott. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Scott, what is your DOC number?
494772.
Okay, and do you have a waiver in front of you that you signed saying that you're willing to go through this hearing and want to go through it and all that business?
Yes, I was I had came to jail on a failure to appeal. I mean a failure to register. But I was only out there 20 days. I came home October the 4th.
Okay, we'll get into that in just a second. Miss Jerry Ledoux's gonna get into that with you, the lady to my right.
Yes, sir.
She's the board member that will be handling your case. I just want to make sure you're the right person and that you do have that waiver. Do you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Ledoux, are you ready to take it from here?
I am. Mr. Scott, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the violation, alleged violations against you, and I'm going to ask you to enter a plea of guilty with a statement, or not guilty. And at that time, we're just entering those pleas, and then we'll discuss all the stuff that you want to tell us, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, let me get over here where your stuff is. Okay. So, sir, you have been accused of violating condition 4 in 2 different parts. From 10/9 of 25 to 10/22 of 25, Scott was engaged in criminal activity when you were issued a warrant and arrested for the crime of failure to register as a sex offender by the 7th Judicial District Court after being requested by the Sheriff's Office to do so. On 10/22, you were arrested on this warrant and you have a status update tomorrow. How do you plead on that?
Yeah.
Okay. B of that allegation is that you were asked if you could pass a drug screen on 10/22, and you admitted to the agent that you would fail that screen for marijuana and ecstasy. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Number 8 is a condition that you were required to enroll in an approved sex offender treatment program. You were told to do that on 10/13, and by 10/17, you had failed to do that. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
13, you had a special condition of electronic monitoring, curfew from 10 to 6, and that was added on 10/16 by this board. You violated that on 3 different occasions at least, when you failed to report home on 10/16, 10/17, and 10/18. You broke those curfews as late as being back at 2:40 in the morning. How do you plead?
Like, guilty,
Guilty?
that's mine.
You pled guilty in your preliminary. Okay. So, let me ask you about, the not guilty to the sex offender treatment program. Can you provide proof that you, went and registered?
Man, it was like this. When I went and seen him and he told me to go, I got the numbers mixed up. Like, cause we go see the parole officer every 30 days. So I got it mixed up and thinking that I had to go see them that next month and do all this. It was a mix up because I just had did 10 years and I ain't know how this go. And me not asking nobody and 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 needing transportation to go see them, that's all it was. It was just a mix out with the number. I was thinking it was 30 days instead of 3 days.
Mr. Scott, are you a 7th class offender?
That's mine.
Okay, so being a 7th class offender means that you've been on supervision previously, and you know that it's your responsibility to communicate with your officer, not his to clarify with you.
Right.
You have responsibility. Okay. Do you want to say anything about allegation of you saying that you would fail a drug test? Are you saying you didn't say that or you wouldn't fail it?
I wouldn't have failed it.
Okay. So why did the agent say that you told him you would? You think he was lying to us?
I mean, I probably mad in the morning that they locked me up. I only been out there 19 days and they locking me up all 10 years. I was all frustrated that morning. Really, I didn't want to answer no question. I did 10 years. And I'm talking about coming home October the 4th and getting called back up there October the 22nd saying that they need to come see, I need to come see them. And when I get in, they telling me that I got a warrant for failure to register as a sex offender. I didn't fail to register. I just got the numbers mixed up. I was going down there to holler at the dude. But like I say, we got to go to 2 different spots. And first, Concordia was seeing all us down there and that we can go handle all our business in Concordia. But now we got to go to Madison Parish to see the parole officer, and we got to come back and go to Concordia. That's where the mix-up came in. It changed when I went and did that time.
How did you, when you were breaking parole, curfew, how were you getting over to where you were going?
I had walked to their friend house. I walked to their friend house. I was chilling with a little female. And I told him what was going on. When he called me that morning, he said, where you were? I said, I was with a little female. I was chilling with a little female. I did 10 years. I was with a little female. I ain't had time not to do nothing. I'm talking, I ain't even see my son. My son 15 years old. I ain't even have time not to see him yet. I'm locked back up for, really like, I'm just sitting here. And they got me going to court tomorrow to see if the judge gonna drop the failure to register.
Okay.
Because what I'm hearing and what they telling me, if the other parole officer told me if the judge dropped the failure to register, he said that he was gonna send some paperwork in and try to get the parole hold lifted on me.
Okay, you had to obey rules when you were inside, and I'm gonna tell you what, there are rules on the outside, and the curfew was there for a purpose, and you pled guilty that you broke your curfew. There are a lot of extenuating circumstances.
Okay. I understand that. I'm eligible for a test or something?
All right, we don't,
Any questions?
I don't have any questions either. Ready to vote?
I am,
Yeah.
Mr. Scott
But
failed
can I ask y'all?
by the conditions of your parole. Therefore, today I vote for revocation.
I concur with Ms. Ledoux.
Okay. You want to read the numbers that you,
He pled guilty to 4A. He pled guilty to 13, and I would find him guilty of 8. 4B, I do not find him guilty.
okay. All right, and I concur with Ms. Ledoux. So as of today at 9:08 in the morning, your revocation has been revoked. Good morning. The time right now is 9:15 in the morning. It's the 6th day of January 2025. My name is Steve Prater, To my right is Jerry Ledoux, to my left, Chuck Tillis, and we are in Baton Rouge. This is our second hearing of the morning, and we'll be going to Jefferson Parish Correctional Center. Is Jefferson Parish Correctional Center.
Good morning.
Good morning. Would you introduce the staff that's there?
Hi, I'm Deputy Danielle Lloyd with Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. And I have Mr. Kenneth Singleton. Date of birth is 10/8/10
day, 1966.
1966, present.
That's who we want to talk to. We appreciate it. Thank you for hosting us this morning.
No problem.
Okay, Mr. Singleton, how are you today?
Good morning, top of the day to you. I'm blessed.
Good, good. What's your DLC number?
120967.
Okay, and do you have a waiver form in front of you that you signed about this hearing?
Yes, sir.
And you signed that and all
Yes,
of it's
sir.
correct? Okay,
Yes,
Miss Jerry Ledoux is going to be handling your case, the person to my right. And she's going to be asking some questions and going over some things, the different rules. And so I'll turn it over and ask her to take it from here.
Thank you.
Mr. Singleton, what I'm going to do is read out the allegations and ask you to enter a plea of guilty, not guilty with a statement or not guilty.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And we'll discuss those after we've taken care of this part. So you are alleged as violating rule number 3. A police report was filed with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. In this report, your ex-girlfriend, who is also the victim of your pending charges, states that you were living in the plot, not at the address of record with her on Phoenix Street. How do you plead to that?
I plead guilty with a statement.
Okay. Number 4, you have pending charges out of Jefferson Parish for aggravated criminal damage to property, simple criminal damage, theft from $1,000 to $5,000, and domestic abuse battery second. The victim in this offense was your living girlfriend, and you were charged with domestic abuse, aggravated assault, domestic abuse battery second offense. How do you look at that?
To that charge, I have to enter a plea of, it's kind of like guilty with a statement, not guilty with a statement, guilty with a statement. I'm gonna put it that way.
Okay. So let me just review a few things before we talk about, you were actually paroled 2018, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In 2020, you had some other charges and you were sent to the Steve Hoyle program in lieu of revocation.
Yes,
Is that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know you had some trouble getting over to Steve Hoyle, so you were in for over a year or so, right?
I was in, I want to say that in July the 2nd of 19, the same person that I'm in here for now, she filed a charge of domestic abuse. And they held me for like 3 years, from 19 all the way to 22, I think.
Okay, now let me ask you, how long have you been detained on these charges?
2 years now.
Okay. Have you asked to be, to delay your hearing? Delay the coming before the board?
Ma'am, I can't hear, it's like y'all breaking up.
Have you, let me say it one more time. Did you ask to delay your preliminary hearing?
Did I ask to delay the preliminary hearing?
Since you've been in 2 years, did you
Yes,
ask to delay? Okay. It looks like you have a court date. I don't know if it's set or not. Okay. So why don't you tell me why you were in the wrong place?
Wait, ma'am.
Tell me why you were living in the wrong place.
Okay, while I was at work, all right, because I do longshoreman work. I work on vessels, ships, cleaning cargo holds. While at work, Tina took and went to like go in her little temper tantrums. When she can't have her way, she'll take in, like bill cases. She sent me a lot of texts telling me that she was gonna take and get with my parole officer, have me locked up because it was a birthday. Her birthday is September the 30th, I believe, and she wanted to have a birthday party at a nightclub. She wanted me to reserve this spot a month in advance, all right, which it was on my birthday. I sent the money to wherever she wanted. The woman sent the money back. So Tina got upset about that, all right? I used to go over and help Tina with her dad. Her dad suffers with dementia in the early stages of Alzheimer's. And it was like, Tina was like, well, my daughter, her card, she had a gallant. Somebody told her gallant out, and she wanted me to co-sign to get her daughter a vehicle. So we agreed. I said, okay, I'll help your daughter get a vehicle because I know the girl worked 2 jobs. And her daughter, instead of wanting the Volkswagen or the Altima, she walked up to a Mercedes-Benz truck or the Audi. And I told her, I said, you're not going to be able to maintain the note, the maintenance, and nothing else. I said, I'm not co-signing that. So Tina,
let's talk about why you're living in La Paz. You were in La Paz versus why, your parole certificate said another location.
Okay. What Tina did was Tina put all my stuff out. Somehow Tina took a picture of my driver's license and my bank cards front and back. And it was a storage place. They contacted me while I was on the vessel and told me that the storage container my belongings was allegedly in was not locked. So I was like, what is you talking about? I don't have a storage container. So I told them to contact Tina. So Tina supposed to have went over there and straightened that up. So when I got back on the land, I went over to the storage place. And when they showed me the paperwork, I told them, I said, that's not my signature, right? And they said that it was done electronically. And all she had to do was press a signature. And that's how they did it, right? So I was like, I did not do this. So what she did, she brought my belongings to Laplace by my friend, by my brother.
Okay, why did you not tell your agent you had moved?
I did not have a chance to tell the agent. When Tina had my phone dropped from her line, I had my phone added to her line. She dropped my phone from her line and reported the phone stolen. So when I went to Boost Mobile, because I paid the bill twice, right? And I got 2 confirmation numbers to show that I paid it.
You were out since 2018. You knew your agent. You should have called your agent if you weren't living where you were supposed to live.
It was,
okay?
Yes, ma'am. It was like an of a sudden thing. It's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
All right.
So what about there's video evidence of you at the gas station with Tina. There's video evidence of that. Now tell me what your statement is on that. Okay, my statement on that is this. It was an accident that occurred Christmas morning on the interstate at that was I-10 and Causeway. Tina, I don't know where Tina came from. Tina had to evidently had a track on the phone, or she had a GPS on that vehicle. Tina popped up from somewhere. When I come from the I-10 to merge over onto the Causeway, I got into the overflow lane, which was the middle lane. I see a vehicle merge from behind me, right? And not shortly after, I felt the impact of the accident. I got out to investigate, and I'm trying to access my phone to call 911. I see it's Tina because that truck is backing up. And I asked her, where did she come from and what was going on? Okay, I have the police report. You know that. I'm reading our police report. And it says that you drug her out of the car, appeared to kick and slam her to the ground. You removed her purse. You punched her in the face. You took $1,500. You broke the windshield with a dumbbell. Okay,
That's talking with that part of the police report is referring to what happened in the gas station.
that's
and,
right.
And what I was referring to, ma'am, was what happened, which led to the, what happened in the gas station on the interstate. Okay.
And then, yeah, okay. And I know that your testimony to the police was that you lost your moral compass and you did something you should not have done.
All right, what I was speaking of was my putting my hands on Tina at that gas station. All right. Like I said, Tina is somebody's child. She's somebody's mother and a grandmother. I'm also somebody's child, a father and a grandfather. And I thought that Tina and I was married. All right. When Tina went into her little, whatever it is, and she brought my stuff over by my brother's house, I questioned when I got back, you know, off the vessel, and I got to the house. I'm trying to do something because she said we was going to be working on the marriage. Come to find out, it was no marriage. All right. I stumbled up on the marriage certificate torn up in a box under the bed, trying to do something romantic for Tina. When Tina found out that I had done moved on because we was not in a relationship, she found out I moved on and I was, you know, seeing another woman. Tina told me, she said, if you think I'm going to allow you to get rich and take care of another expletive, she said, you got another one coming. That's when I powered my phone off. You got the 18 voice messages, all right, where she's telling me about making my life miserable, messing over me and the female and what have you, you know, and that was wrong, you know, and I never once got back with Tina on that. On the day of that accident and what occurred in the gas station, right, with my throwing that dumbbell, I was trying to stop Tina from fleeing that accident scene, right, that occurred on the interstate. All right, and I can direct you because I also have the police report right here and show you what page it's on if you know you were following it.
I have read the whole report. I've read the police report. We have 3 people here wishing to speak on Zoom on your behalf.
Yes, ma'am.
Your fiance, Sadari Williams, if you would
Yes.
like to make a statement now. We also have Colette Singleton and Rendell Gilbert. So let's go ahead and hear from Miss Williams first.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So my statement, I think y'all want to hear what happened with Kenneth and or with that accident.
Well, we would like to, we know what the police report says. We would like to hear from you what you have to say about his opportunity to not be revoked.
Like this whole thing is it's like one side. You know, the evidence. My fiance, well, you know, it's a big heart, and I can see someone losing their food, anybody, but he's a very compassionate man. His attributes is for himself. He's very selfless. He's dedicated, dependable. I don't feel like he's dedicated. I mean, when it comes to making my supporting that was, you know, that's his part. He was supposed to, you know, let his parole officer know about it. But when you're trying to explain a domestic violence situation, I don't think a lot of people can be in a domestic violence situation. It does. So it was abrupt, and I don't think it's but I feel like some of the was so I don't think.
Okay, thank you very much. We also have Colette Singleton who would like to speak, your sister. You'll speak loudly and close to the microphone. That will be helpful.
Good morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm Colette Singleton. I'm Kenneth Singleton's sister. And I just want to say that Kenneth is a good person and he's learned a lot along his way. upon him returning home from prison, Kenneth received the job, and Kenneth had been a hardworking man. The stuff that was brewing between him and Tina Noah, it had been going on for a little while. And she assured me and my other family members that he was going back to jail. And if he didn't go back to jail, she was going to go back for killing him. I said, wait, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning when she called me with this. And I said, wait, Kenneth is offshore working. I said, he been at work like 4 or 5 days. I know he's been beating me. He beat me. And I said, he's been at work out of town. I said, what you mean? She said, I know that. I'm at work too. I didn't know Tina had something going on mentally, but knowing, I've seen the video footage with the lawyer, and I can see that it's really something going on. It's been brewing. If she can't have her way, it's gonna be nobody's way.
Thank you for those words. And we also have Rendell Gilbert.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You can go ahead and make a statement.
Yeah, I would like to see that Kenneth, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think Kenneth Singleton should be in jail because of all the stuff that she did. Whatever the video shows, if that's what's on the video, I believe that he was provoked into that, because the storage situation what Kenneth is talking about is my mother's address that Tina Noah used to put stuff in the storage for Kenneth. He didn't have no knowledge of it. I didn't know she was using my mom's address. And I don't think he should be in jail for trying to do everything he's supposed to do. He was trying to leave her. He already moved on. And she ended up tracking him, trying to run him off the road when he was trying to help me bring my son something for Christmas. I witnessed the whole situation.
Okay. Thank you very much for that statement. I would like to say, regardless of provocation, shouldn't be hitting on another individual, but that's so. Mr. Singleton, I'm going to turn this over and have my colleagues ask any questions that they may have.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. So, it seems very clear cut from the evidence that there was a domestic abuse battery situation that happened, regardless of provocation, that is against the law and against the conditions of your parole. And so I would find you guilty of violating your parole based on the police report and violating condition number 4 of your supervision.
I also concur with violations 3 and 4. My vote would be to revoke.
Okay, and I concur with Mr. Tillis and Ms. Ledoux, and so as of this morning at 9:35 in the morning, your parole has been revoked. Thank you, sir. Next case. Good morning. The time is 9:40 in the morning. Today's date is the 6th day of January. We're in Baton Rouge at Department of Correction headquarters. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. My name is Steve Prater. We're talking to you, Mr. Brandon Broussard at Lafayette Parish Correctional Center. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Is there any staff in there with you? Would you
Yes,
introduce
sir. Corporal Joseph.
Corporal, thank you for hosting us today. We appreciate that. Mr. Broussard, would you tell us what your DLC number is?
Good morning to you all. My DLC number is 447-143.
Okay.
447-143.
Yes, sir, that's what I have down here. And do you have a waiver form in front of you?
Yes, sir, I do.
And did you sign that? And we're ready to proceed with this hearing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, my name, as I said before, is Steve Prater, and I'll be conducting the interview with you this morning. And we've got three people that want to speak on your behalf. And I'm going to go over the only rule violation that you're accused of violating or condition of your parole was the fact that you were arrested for a domestic abuse battery on September the 28th of 2025. And that's condition number 4, which says that you'll stay away from any kind of criminal conduct. And so that's what we're here to discuss this morning. How would you plead on that? Are you guilty of that domestic violence?
I would plead guilty. I never been in the rain. I never been to court on it or at all. But yes, I did what I did. What occurred on the video. Yes, sir. I mean,
Hard to deny that, huh?
yeah, it's hard to. I'm not sure. I wouldn't deny it at all. I mean, I did it. It's not something that I'm proud of. I should have called the cops first. Before when I was scratched up and I got evidence and stuff showing from what happened to me first, I should have went immediately called the cops right then and there instead of waiting. But
Okay. All right. And why, since I'm handling this case, we'll go ahead and talk about it right now. You've been in jail for 6 months, or I say 6 months, 3, 4, 5 months, 4 months,
yes, sir.
on this charge. And why were you getting her out of the car? We've all seen the video.
Okay, this is what occurred. As I was packing my stuff and putting it from her house into my car, that's my car she's in. She came with her car and blocked the back of my car off with the Honda Pilot that you see. If you look into the road, there's some stuff in the road. She started taking the stuff out of my trunk and putting it in the street. I went to the street to get the stuff from and put it back, and she got in my car right then and there. And then she started acting like she wanted to burn and do things. And I tried to go in there like, hey, stop, don't do that. Those are my things. And she took off a little bit and tried to move around and stuff. And I was finally able, after a little period of time, after getting scratched, because I was trying to get the lighter out of her hand. And as I was getting the lighter out of her hand, she clawed me on my neck and my arm and my head area. And I have pictures of those. And after that, the car was parked and I finally got her phone from her. That's what made her finally decide to get out of the car, because I had her phone and I was like, look, come in, let's talk about this. Let's stop doing all this stuff, you know. And as she was in the car and I was trying to pull her out from the seat, because she was holding on to the bottom of the seat with her hands. And I pulled her from the rear. And as I pulled, she let go. I immediately looked like boom. And then she got up and I got up and we were like, I'm like, stop, chill, blah, 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 blah. You're not stronger than me. Stop doing this stuff, you know, because I didn't want her. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just called the cops and just waited for them right after I was called. Oh, that was too much stuff.
Was that her car? I mean, was it y'all's car or your car?
It was okay. I put $4,000 down to the car. I had a 2018 Ford Escape. Yes, I went traded it in with the $4,000, and I had her as a co-signer. So she co-signed for the vehicle. By her co-signing, and we get into this little argument or whatever, and I was going to my mother's house. She felt that she didn't want me with the car over there because she didn't want nobody else driving the car. So that was the dispute right there. But I'm telling her I'm not gonna let nobody drive the car. It's in my name and her name. And I just needed a break. I just need to get away for a second, you know, because I don't like altercations. I don't like to put myself in a situation where I feel like I'm gonna violate or do something. So as I was trying to leave, it exacerbated because she didn't want me to leave and she thought that I was gonna be gone forever. And that was not the case. I went to go put a restraining order to protect myself, And in the process, called my PO, let her know what happened, sent her the pictures and stuff. And by me doing that, my girl, she had air tag in the car. So she saw me going to the courthouse. And when she seen me going at the courthouse, she said she came there. She saw my sister's car and the car that I have there because she left the air tag in there. So she knew where we were. She thought I was trying to take her kids from her. So she sent the video to my parole officer of me pulling her out of the car. I didn't know it existed.
Okay, all right. All right, let's, we'll come back if we've got some more questions and talk to you. Let's hear the folks that want to speak on your behalf. Okay, we got your brother, your niece, and your mother. Let's hear from the brother first. Kenrick Broussard. Mr. Broussard, are you on Zoom with us?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell us why we shouldn't revoke Mr. Brandon Broussard, your brother.
Well, how y'all doing today? First of all,
Good, sir.
my brother's, I think after he done his time, he came out. He's been on the right path. He's searched for jobs. He's taken a couple of jobs. He's been doing what he's supposed to do. He's been following the rules. I know he's told me about a couple instances with this girl that he met, and I really told him that he shouldn't really jump into. I didn't think he shouldn't be jumping into a relationship fresh out of prison because saying work on yourself first, get yourself together first. But above all that, he still did it. I can't blame him for having his feelings. But I understand what he's going through. And I've seen him a lot of times. He tried to resist. He gave her like a lot of chances. She's aggressive. I thought she was aggressive at times. And that stuff I don't think you need as a felon. You're getting out trying to get your, especially being on parole. He had a good job lined up. He passed all his tests. He passed all his regulations that they had set for him. Passed his urinalysis, and he was on his way to a good job. I thought, and I believe by her seeing that he's on that, he's gonna be independent. I think she didn't want him to be independent. She wanted him to depend on her, from what I seen.
Okay.
And the conversations I had with her. But I don't think he deserved to be locked up again. I think he been out behaving, doing exactly what he's supposed to do. That was just an instant that she used. I believe she used that to keep control of him.
Okay.
But
All right, thank you, sir, thank you for your comments. Let's move on now to Miss your niece, Kanya Edwards. Kanaya Edwards. Miss Edwards?
Hi, how are you?
Fine. Fine.
Okay, I'm here to support. I have over the few months I have heard a few situations that have gone on that have transpired. I don't believe that he should be sent back to jail like my other uncle was saying. He has gotten out and he has been trying to better himself. By finding different jobs and just different things. He does have, before he got into this altercation, he did have a job offer offshore waiting for him. He did have a job offer offshore waiting for him, as well as one down here in South Carolina, because he does have his CDL. And we have a family-owned company down here that was trying to offer him a job as well. But besides the altercation that he did get into, he has been trying to better himself. I don't feel as though he should be sent back to jail. I think he just needs to stay away from her. I don't feel like that one mistake should, have him sent back. He's been away from our family for so long already. And I just don't want to see that happen to him. So I am here to support him. I do have my mom here, his little sister, my mom. She wants to speak as well, if that's fine.
Yes, it's her turn. So, Miss Montgomery, it's your turn to speak.
Oh, no, that's my grandma. My mom's here with me right now.
Okay, well, just 3 people can speak. So, do you want to speak to your mom or Miss Montgomery?
Miss Montgomery.
Yeah, this is Brandon's mom. My name is Terrella Montgomery.
Okay.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm in very support of my son, and I feel he does not have to or go back and be involved with this young lady because it has not it has not benefited him at all. He did go to the Bailey's for offshore job. I have spoken with the man. His name is Mr. Robert, and he says whenever Brandon get out, he still has all his paperwork, and he still holds a job for him, which is an offshore job in the kitchen area. So I am in support of him and helping him when he get out and everything. And Mr. Robert is looking forward to hiring him for the job. He passed everything, all his paperwork. He passed the physical part. He passed the urinalysis and everything. So they just waiting on him.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you, Mr. Montgomery, for getting on the line with us and letting us know that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am. Okay, let's see, Mr. Broussard, I've seen the video and I've listened to you and listened to your supporters and all of that. And I don't want you to have to go back to jail till 2030 on this deal. I don't think you want to either. This is one of those odd cases where you're pleading guilty, but we're finding you're not guilty, basically. Anyway, so I don't know about your court case. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But providing, I want you to stay away from that woman. She doesn't want to pursue charges. We've all seen the video, and I can speak for myself only. But I don't know that it was you didn't hit her, you didn't kick her, you didn't choke her. You just trying to get her out of your car, and I'm not going to say it was justified doing that, but you've already said what you would wish you'd have done, and I wish you'd have done that too.
Yes, sir.
You've already served some months over this deal, and so let me ask my panel if they have any questions before I vote.
I don't have any questions.
Ms. Ledoux? Okay. My vote is that you not be revoked today. Now, providing you stay away from that woman. She doesn't want you around her. Y'all got bad chemistry. I don't know what the deal is, but it's bad chemistry. And so stay away from her.
Yes, sir.
Is that okay with you? You
Yes,
agree
sir.
with that?
I agree with that. Yes, sir.
Okay, my vote is to not revoke. Ms. Jerry?
Mr. Broussard, my vote is not to revoke, that you have no contact with the Miss Bell, I believe her name was. Also, you've acknowledged while you were incarcerated, did you take any anger management classes?
Yes, ma'am. I've taken 3 anger management classes. I've taken stress management. I've taken character counts. I've taken human relations. I've taken a lot of courses.
That's probably why you were able to articulate what you should have done.
Yes.
Versus what you did. Okay, so I'm not going to put any additional programming on you, but have no contact with Ms. Bell. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Tillis?
I concur with Mr. Prater and Ms. Ledoux.
Okay, sir, as of 9:54 this morning, you no longer have a hold on for us. And so you'll be getting the paperwork there. I don't know what they're gonna do with the case, or if they've dropped it. I don't even know what the status of the case is. But anyway, you are not revoked this morning. Just go get your job like you're doing, stay straight like you're doing, and stay away from that woman.
Thank y'all so much.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Jasper Thomas. How are you today? Okay, you're on mute, so.
Y'all can hear me now?
Okay, yes, sir, we can. The time is 10 o'clock in the morning. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We're in Baton Rouge at the Department of Corrections headquarters. This is our 4th hearing of the morning, so we've already introduced everybody in the room. And so we'll be talking to you, and you are at Natchitoches Parish Detention Center. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is anybody in the staff in there with you?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, and tell me what your name is and your DOC number.
My name is Jasper Jerome Thomas, DOC number 558442.
Okay, Mr. Thompson, have you signed a waiver for this hearing this morning? It should be there. Is it in front of you?
No, sir.
Okay, do you know what I'm talking about, the waiver? We'll show it to you. Okay, can you see the screen there?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign that waiver?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you ready to go forward with this hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, well, your case has been assigned to Miss Jerry Ledoux, who is on my right, and she's going to be going over the violations with you and that sort of thing. So, Miss Ledoux, go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, I'm going to read the violation against you and ask you to enter a plea of either guilty or guilty with a statement or not guilty. Okay?
Ma'am.
Okay. Violation number 2 says that you absconded supervision since February 4th, 2021. How do you plead?
I plead guilty, but I ain't never been on parole. You know, I ain't never been on parole. I always did probation. This is my first time. Ain't nobody never told me how parole goes or none of that. But I always heard parole was different than probation. But when I went checked in 21, when I came home, I want to say what, February of 21, I came home and I went checked into my parole, my probation officer, Joe one. They ain't never tell me that I had to come see them. They just had me to sign a piece of paper, took my name, phone number, and told me what I had to pay every month. But if I would have known, I would have, you know.
Oh yeah, I know you would have. Okay. Number 4. You were arrested by Natchitoches Parish Sheriff's Office on 10/1/25 for the offenses of off-road vehicle on a roadway, flight from an officer, reckless operation, driving with expired license. And also there was that warrant for absconding. You were billed for those and you pled not guilty on 12/11/25 and you're scheduled for trial 2/10/26. How do you plead to that?
Well, I'm pleading not guilty to them because 1, I did not run from an officer. 2, I never had an expired license because I never had a license, and I did not get pulled over by a police.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. All right. And also, you never paid any on your supervision fee, which is $3,465 in arrears. How do you plead on that?
I plead guilty on that one.
Okay. So, Mr. Thomas, you're a 3rd-class offender. And is that correct?
I really don't even know, man. Because I'm a 2nd or a 3rd.
Okay. Well, you're a 3rd-class offender. And you are responsible for knowing the conditions of your.
Sometimes be transportation.
And so,
everything was good.
Based on the fact that you have absconded 4 years, I know how I'm going to vote. Do my colleague any question?
I don't have any questions.
No question.
On the Southwest Freeway.
Mr. Jasper, we cannot supervise someone we can't find. So based on your absconding, my vote is going to be to revoke your parole.
I had an appointment with them before I had.
You were never being supervised, and that's a policy.
I had a appointment with them in November.
My vote is to revoke.
My vote is to deny.
Oh, no, man. I
2 and 10. Well, rule 2 and 4.
Okay, and I concur with them, same violations. And the time is 10:06, and as of this morning at 10:06, your parole has been revoked. Good morning, the time is 10:10 in the morning. The date is January the 6th of 2025. My name is Steve Prater. To my right is Jerry Ledoux. To my left is Chuck Tillis. We're at the Department of Corrections headquarters in Baton Rouge. We are talking to DeQuante Polly at Richland Parish Detention Center. Is that correct? Are you Mr. Polly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is anybody in the staff with you from Richland Parish?
They standing right outside the door, sir.
Okay, so they're not in the room. That's okay. Mr. Polly, what is your DOC number?
580175.
Okay, and what, do you have a waiver form in front of you that you signed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you sign that and you understood all of that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Cherry Ledoux to my right is handling your case this morning. And so she's gonna be asking you some questions to go over the conditions of your parole that you're suspected of violating. So, Miss Ledoux?
Yes, Mr. Polly, I'm going to read out the allegations and ask you to enter a plea of guilty with a statement, or not guilty, okay? First, we have rule violation number 2. You were directed to report to your probation officer monthly. You failed to report the months of July, August, and September 2025. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, condition number 4. On 9/9/2025, you were arrested by Delhi Police Department for committing the offense of aggravated battery, cruelty to a juvenile, and domestic abuse battery. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
And number 10, you are in arrears $1,320 on your supervision fee. How do you plead on that?
I'm in the reels. I'm guilty on in the real.
Mr. Polly, I want to focus on rule violation number 4. You do have a court date coming up on that, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an attorney that you're going to hire for that?
No, ma'am. I'm using a court-appointed attorney.
You have a court-appointed attorney.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Have you been to court at all on this yet?
Yeah, I had a arraignment. At the arraignment, they dropped cruelty to a juvenile and aggravated battery. We came up on an agreement to that she'll drop the domestic down to disturbing the peace and give me anger management classes for it.
Okay, so what is going to be determined at the trial then?
It's on January the 26th when I go back to court in front. She said I had to come in front of a judge to actually get it done because I had the arraignment on Zoom like we doing right now.
Okay. So who was the victim in your aggravated battery? Your girlfriend?
No, it was with my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter. I was trying to discipline her with a belt, but she was fighting me back at the time that I was disciplining her. And when they charged me with aggravated battery, I guess saying that I hit her with the belt or whatever.
Okay.
But they did dismiss both of the charges against my daughter. I'm guessing the domestic against my girlfriend. I don't know if they trying to charge me with the domestic against my girlfriend or my daughter, because I know you can have a domestic on anybody in the household.
Yeah, because you have been convicted previously of aggravated battery.
Yes, ma'am, in 2012.
Yeah. So have you ever taken any kind of anger management or parenting classes?
No, ma'am.
Do my colleagues have a question?
Yeah, why were you disciplining your daughter?
Because I had just got out of work and she walked to the store with me. She decided to call her mom and tell her mom that I met somebody at the store, which I did not do. So when we got back to the house, I was trying to tell her what she was wrong at. And she jumped up yelling, saying disrespectful words or whatever. So I grabbed the belt to discipline her. But when I decided to do that, she decided to want to fight. So
That's your daughter?
yes, sir, this is my 16-year-old daughter. She turned 17 while I've been incarcerated.
Okay. Okay, I can understand that.
But as I was saying though, my girlfriend, when they talked to the DA of Richland Parish and cleared it all up and told her exactly what happened, told her I didn't hit her and told her I was disciplining my daughter and she was fighting me back. They dropped all the charges, but the domestic said when I come on the 28th that they was gonna drop the domestic down for it wouldn't bother my parole and give me anger management classes for all of it.
You're willing to take some anger management classes?
Yes, sir.
I have no questions.
Okay, we have Miss Thomas here who says she's your girlfriend on Zoom and wishes to speak. Now would be a good time to entertain her comments.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Thomas, are you on there?
Yes, I am. How y'all doing today?
Good, thank you. Go ahead and tell us what you'd like us to know.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I just want to, well, and all the Quincy is a great father. He assists me with our disabled daughter. Um, he helps me. He's a provider of the home. He helps me a lot, with the girls and keeping up our bills. It just was a big misunderstanding with our family that night. And I just want you guys to know he's not a bad person. He's a good person. If y'all will just, let him be able to make fun or whatever. But he's a great person. Everything just transpired, went bad with our daughter that night. But and all, he's a great father. He provides for the kids and me as well.
But you did call the police and ask for them to come and remove him that night.
Yes, ma'am, because I didn't want it to get heated. Like I didn't want the situation to go further than what it was. Because it was the heat of the moment.
And you
I didn't
told them that he punched you in the face several times.
No, ma'am. He didn't punch me in my face.
Okay, let's say Ms. Thomas informed the officers that he punched her several times. So did he punch you several times?
No, man, he didn't punch me. The Quinte he had the keys. He didn't punch me. When I was talking with the officer, because this is the officer that I usually talk to. I'm just was talking with him. Like saying like if this would have happened, maybe this, but no, he didn't punch me, man. I was just had scratches on my hand from the keys.
So how many times have the officers been called to your house about domestic issues?
Now it's been a minute. It's been a minute since they've been to our house. He just know me from, just being around.
Okay, well, this is very concerning to me.
Jerry, I'd like to call executive session.
Okay,
Okay, we've got a motion for an executive session by Mr. Tillis.
I'll second.
And we have a second, and there's no objection to it, and we'll be in executive session. We're gonna go in executive session for just a few minutes, and then we'll be back, and let you know. We gotta talk about some
I
procedures.
want to ask one question before we go in. The 14, 15-year-old daughter is your biological daughter, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Miss Thomas is your common law wife, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. We have 3 kids together.
Okay, common law wife. Okay, that's what I needed to ask. Okay, thank you.
Okay, the time is 10:23, and do I have a motion to go back into regular session?
And I second.
Got a motion and a second. There are no objections, so we're back in regular session. As I said, it's 10:23 on 1/6 of 2025. We're talking to Mr. Polly. So, Gary, Mr. Ledoux, excuse me, would you go ahead and continue?
Mr. Polly, when you were incarcerated, did you take anger management classes?
No, ma'am. I took yes, ma'am, I did. I took anger management, I took parenting, and I took one more class when I was in East Baton Rouge work release.
Okay. How do you feel like you handled the situation with your daughter?
I felt like it shouldn't have went as far as it went. But the only reason it escalated is because I was trying to discipline her and she fight me back. I mean, if she fight me, she fight me. I can't just let my daughter just sit there and fight on me, punch on me. So in the mix of me trying to discipline her when she was fighting back, that's when the officer said it was a glass table she never went through a glass table. We already had a glass table in our home that had a crack in it. And she's a heavy-set young lady, so when she leaned up against the table, it just scattered. It didn't bust everywhere. It already had a crack, and it just scattered on out.
Okay. So, Mr. Polly, because you have a history of aggravated battery, my vote today is going to be in lieu of revocation, pending the charges being dealt with in court, open court 128. If that goes as you have indicated it's going to, then my vote is to, in lieu of revocation, send you to a facility in DOC that has a Duluth domestic abuse violence class. And then after that, you would be released.
Could you make me understand that better, ma'am?
Yes, sir. So you have to go to court first. You have to go to court, and
Yeah.
you have communicated that you feel like these are going to be pled down and dealt with in a certain way.
Yes, ma'am.
After that happens, then my decision would kick in. That in lieu of revocation, instead of revoking you to go back to your 28 date, you would be sent to a facility to take a course, and it may take you 6 months to take that course. I'm not sure how long it takes. But you would be sent back to a DOC facility that offers a domestic abuse violence class that you would take, and then you would be released back on parole.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Phyllis.
Mr. Polly, do you understand that you're just going to get a refresher course? And that's better than going back to jail, I think.
Yes, sir. But I still will be incarcerated though, huh?
It's going to be shorter. If I revoke you, you're staying a lot longer. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you did. I wouldn't let my daughter do what your daughter did either. And I think if you get a refresher course, it just helped you to, and you did a good thing by not letting it escalate, and your girlfriend also not let it escalate more. So all we want to do is be satisfied that if you get a refresher course, you'll be a lot better equipped to deal with a situation like that again.
Yes, sir.
6 months is shorter than more time.
And we don't even have 6 months. We don't know.
Yeah. Right. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. And so that's Mr. Tillis's vote is to concur. Is that correct?
Concur with Ms. Ledoux.
Okay. And my vote also is to concur with Ms. Ledoux. And I think you may not realize that you get a good deal, but
Yes,
we don't want to see you again. Okay.
Yes.
We want to really take this course seriously. And now in this, as of today, you're in lieu of revocation, you'll be sent to a facility that offers the Duluth domestic violence training. Once completed, you'll be released back onto supervision. The time is 10:28 in the morning, end of this hearing.